Ms. Maritza. I'm from New York City. I think the defense team has their job cut out for them. Watching Cassie on the stand, tears probably coming out of her eyes, pregnant. It's hard not to see him as a monster, especially after watching that video. I think that the defense team needs to show a lot of footage, maybe pictures of them and happy moments to show that this was like a relationship. She didn't leave because she was in love. That's the only way they can go because they cannot put pressure on her. She's pregnant. They will look like a monstrous team altogether.
Welcome to Viral Rap Daily. The Diddy trial officially kicks off this Monday, and the star witness is none other than his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Everyone knows about that disturbing footage from 2016 showing Diddy physically assaulting Cassie. While CNN aired a version, there's reportedly a more graphic version that will be shown to the jury. Now, Cassie was just spotted out in New York today, and as you can see, she's visibly pregnant. We haven't seen her publicly since February when the pregnancy was announced, but now she looks pretty far along. Sources say she's expected to take the stand next week, and her testimony will likely have a major impact on the jury. We've talked before about how courtroom appearances matter. Diddy's legal team has been working hard on his image. Gray hair, glasses, sweaters, all to make him look more harmless. But optics matter for Cassie too. When she walks into that courtroom, pregnant, calm, and composed, her presence is going to contradict the picture Diddy's defense is trying to paint. Remember, Diddy's team are claiming that their relationship was built on mutual consent, even in what they describe as a swinger lifestyle. They argue there was no coercion or abuse, but when Cassie takes the stand, looking the way she does and speaking her truth, it could be powerful. Based on her previous lawsuit, we already know she claims there was fraud, coercion, and abuse involved. And when she says she wanted out but was too scared to leave, the jury are going to have a very different image in their minds than what Diddy's defense is hoping for.
Interesting to me is how they handle cross-examination, right? I mean, the Diddy's defense team does have to paint her as part of a consensual swinger-style relationship with Diddy for a number of years, but reconciling that with her pregnant belly, that fact that she's already a mother to, I believe, 2 other children, and painting her in that negative light is going to be very delicate in front of that jury, and I don't know how you can really pull it.
And here's where things get really tough for Diddy's legal team. Whoever handles the cross-examination is going to be in a very delicate position. You can't aggressively challenge a visibly pregnant woman on the stand, especially one who's describing abuse. Any attempt to push back hard could seriously backfire with the jury. What's going to be absolutely critical is that infamous video of Cassie being assaulted. It's expected to be played while she's on the stand, and she'll likely walk the jury through exactly what happened in her own words. Now remember, Diddy's version of events has always been that he wasn't trying to control or coerce her. He claimed it wasn't some freak-off scenario, but just a heated argument after Cassie supposedly found another woman's number in his phone. But if Cassie refutes that narrative and provides a completely different story, it puts the defense in a very tight spot. How do you challenge her without looking heartless or dismissive? Especially in front of a jury watching that disturbing footage and seeing a pregnant woman explain years of alleged abuse. The optics here are going to be brutal for the defense.
A lot about it. I wonder if the defense team will actually just take a pass, let her give her direct testimony and move along pretty quickly because there's other witnesses that they'll be able to be more aggressive with, maybe, who take the stand than Cat.
Now let's talk strategy. What if Cassie is the very first witness to take the stand? From a prosecutor's perspective, would that be a smart move? Honestly, if she leads off, Diddy's team is already on the back foot. Right out of the gate, the jury sees the most powerful, emotionally charged testimony. It sets the tone, and Diddy's attorneys would be playing catch-up from that moment on. But interestingly, prosecutors are reportedly planning to call 2 minor witnesses first. Not minors, just people who aren't central to the case. It's not clear who these individuals are yet, and even the defense hasn't been given the names as of the latest update. That may change, of course, but it's a curious decision, considering how critical Cassie is to the entire case. She's the one who can tell the full story, the emotional core. Everyone else just adds pieces around her narrative. Personally, I thought they'd lead off with her. Now, shifting gears for a second, there's another wrinkle involving Diddy's ex-girlfriends. The indictment lists 3 victims, one of whom is referred to as Victim 3, and she's also a former girlfriend. The problem? She's not cooperating. According to sources, the prosecution is having a really hard time getting her to court. In fact, during a recent hearing, it was made clear she's dealing with personal issues and seems unsure if she wants to testify. Officials said it's almost like she wants to be there but can't commit. Behind the scenes, sources say she's been uncooperative from the start and doesn't want to be involved. Now, this puts the prosecutors in a tricky spot, especially with opening statements coming up Monday. That's when you lay out your whole case and tell the jury who they're going to hear from. So do they mention her? If she's named in the indictment, it's tough to just leave her out. But at the same time, if they bring her up and she never testifies, that's a major credibility problem. The defense could use that to shake the jury's trust in the whole case. It's a risky situation, and the prosecution needs to be 100% sure she's showing up before they mention her in open court.